So I'm trying to make this video as raw as possible. I was like, I'm not gonna beat my face. I did put my eyebrows on a little bit, kind of, sort of, but you know, that's besides the point. So in today's video, I decided that on my channel I want to start. Let me go ahead and warn y'all, I have these rubber bands on my mouth. I'm not taking them out. At first I was gonna take them out for every video, but I was like, no, I'm not taking them out because I need my braces process to speed up as soon as possible. But anyways, back to the good stuff. I decided I wanted to start this series on my channel called, well, the name I came up with is called Let's Talk. So basically, I'm not sure if I want to do it every 2 weeks or once a month or whatever, but I'm just going to be talking about like a subject, like any type of subject, and I'm going to either be doing my hair, doing my makeup, doing whatever. And today is just hair because I had hair in this crochet style in my hair for a really long time, and I wash my hair and everything, so I'm gonna do it my little twist that I always put in my head after I wash my hair. So while I do that, I'm gonna be talking, and like I said, today's topic is gonna be marriage. Hold on, let me see. I'm just going with the flow. Like, I'll talk about marriage, I'll talk about questions that I personally get, or questions that a lot of people want to know about, like being married or even being married young, because nowadays being married young is more accepted now, but back in the day, or to the people who like older people, the older generation, they feel like marriage, like, oh my god, like, why are you getting married so young? Like, you're too young to be getting married. So yeah, I just want to talk about marriage for this topic or whatever, and I'll see how this Let's Talk series go. But I definitely will just be doing my hair and talking, so I will not be looking at the camera 24/7. But the first thing I want to say about marriage, how I feel about marriage. Marriage is beautiful to me. Like, I genuinely love love. Like, regardless of you getting married or not, I love love. So if somebody decided to get married, go for it. Like, if that's what you want, then that's what you want. But me personally, I feel like I feel like that every relationship that I was in, I feel like I wasn't with people just because, like, some people don't believe in marriage, some people don't intend on getting married, but me, I definitely wanted marriage. I was in a relationship to lead up to marriage eventually, in hopes to lead up to marriage. So yeah, I definitely wanted marriage. Like, it was not something I was against. It was not something that I was against at all. And then, like, everybody in my family got married super young, so I never like really questioned like how my family feel about me getting married. And at the end of the day, like, I let my family know out of respect, but don't let anybody tell you, like, don't let any outsiders, even family, tell you that you shouldn't marry a person. Like, make that decision on your damn own. On your own. As far as age, when I got married, I was 20. I think I was 20. Yeah, I was 20 when I got married. Yeah, I had just turned 20. It was 10 days after my 20th birthday. I was 20 when I got married, and me and my husband had been together for a little over 3.5 years when he proposed to me, and then we got married 10 days later, pretty much. This is so annoying. Yeah, I got engaged. I got married 10 days after I got proposed to. A lot of people ask me, did I know he was going to propose to me? No, I did not. But I kind of had the idea. But like, it was getting closer and closer for him. Like, he came to visit because he's military, so he would come visit or whatever. And it was getting closer time for him to leave, so I'm just like, no. But I did not know the intentions of him coming to visit was to propose. But yeah, it wasn't even the intention was not even to go and get married immediately after that. We were supposed to wait a year, but we were just laying in bed a couple days after we got engaged, and we were like thinking about, like, what's the point of waiting a whole year? Like, what's the point? Why are we waiting a whole year to get married? Because everybody else wait a whole year to get married. It's like, I know I want to be with you, I know I'm gonna marry you, so why we can't just get married? And my husband was like, he like totally agreed. That's the thing. Like, he was like, exactly, like, shit, for all I care, we can get married now. And I was like, I never wanted a big wedding, but I always wanted to have a wedding. Like, I always wanted to have a big wedding once we're like 5 to 10 years into marriage, but I didn't want to go and have a big wedding immediately. I would have rather focus on, I knew we would be moving in together. I'd rather focus on putting that money towards something else, moving in together, me getting a new car, just stuff like that. So I knew I didn't want a big wedding, and I think my husband didn't really care for a big wedding. He was more so his family who may have wanted that. So then he was like, shoot, let's get married tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, right, you're not serious. And he was like, yeah, call and see. So they didn't have any appointments available for us to get married the next day. So they had one for the day after, which was on a Wednesday. So I made the appointment for 12 o'clock on a Wednesday, and then I texted my mom and told her I was getting married or whatever. I let people know in my family that I was gonna get married, and my mom, she was just all for it. She just let me know, like, hey, since it's so last minute, I won't be able to take off work, but I'll make sure to send your stepdad or whatever. Because it was just last minute, so I really didn't care about anybody who couldn't make it, honestly. And I called everybody who I wanted to be there to see if they could make it. And I had called my real dad, and he was just like, heck yeah, I'm going to be there or whatever. So my family, as far as my family being accepting of me getting married so young or getting married, period, they were all for it. Like, they had already started treating Jazar like he was my husband anyway. Like, Jazar was family. So they was all for it. No issues. And as far as Jazar family, I'm not gonna speak too much into detail about that. Like, how did they feel about us getting married? But let's just say they weren't so as accepting as my family was. I feel like my family was down, because my family, the type of people is like, they support you, they support whatever you do. And you just gotta, they one of those people who you gotta live and learn from your mistakes. They're not gonna tell you what you shouldn't do. Maybe in their head they're probably thinking it, but they let you live and learn if it was a mistake. And everybody, like I said, everybody in my family already got married young, and none of them are divorced. They all like at least 10 years into their marriage. So that didn't even bother them, the fact that I was young. That did not bother my family at all. So that was the great part. My dad got married young. My mom got married young. My grandma got married young. Like, my auntie got married. Everybody in my family pretty much got married young. Everybody who is married got married young, and none of them are divorced. So they didn't really look at it as you're too young, because that was already a thing in my family anyways. Or they didn't look at it like, oh, I want you to have a big wedding, or oh, I really need to be there. They were just like, it is what it is. Y'all are grown, and we support it. So that was as far as my family. People, do y'all ever hear the saying, like, the first year of marriage is like the hardest year? Like, people always say that, but that statement was so true. Like, it is hard, because it's the year that you get to learn, truly like learn even more about each other, because you're moving in together. If you don't already live with your significant other or whatever, and you truly get to learn and get to know that person, like being in each other's space all the time. You learn what that person do and don't like living with that person. You learn a lot and you grow a lot, and well, in hopes that you learn a lot. But definitely for me, as far as like the first year of marriage, we learned a lot, and it was really, 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 really tough. Like, we went through so many obstacles to where we would be like, should we even be doing this? Like, but we made it through, and we're good, and we're solid now. I don't even know if this is my new filming setup room. It's gonna have a lot of echo. What else do I want to talk about like marriage? Oh, it's so funny, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I didn't know how and when he was gonna propose to me, but I did know that I was gonna be his wife one day. Like, I used to be practicing writing down my signature as a Williamson and everything, but like, he had certain goals that he wanted to accomplish before even like marrying me. Like, he would always be like, I am gonna make you my wife one day, but I have something that I need to achieve first. And I just never knew what it was. But what he wanted to do is get like kind of more set and established in his Navy career and stuff like that. He wanted like make sure he got promoted, got to a certain rank, so he won't have to deal with as much bull crap. Just focus more, establishing his career, which that's what I love about him. I loved about him or whatever. So then after he got to the rank he wanted and everything, that was the thing that he kept saying he needed to accomplish before he even think about marriage. Which I was completely fine with, because I'm a very career driven person too. Like, I know once I get in my career field, I'm gonna have goals too. Like, I need my man to have goals. I need my man to kind of have a little something together. Like, he cared about me enough and cared about himself and his career enough to focus on that first, which I was perfectly okay. I'm like, okay, I'm not in a rush. I was never in a rush to marry, like to get married. I wasn't like, when you gonna marry me? It was just a random subject we would talk about. Like, he would just sometimes just randomly be like, oh girl, you just don't know. Like, oh, but yeah, it wasn't like I wasn't one of those females that's trying to like beg a man to marry me. Like, no. If a man want to marry, a man knows when he want to spend the rest of his life with a woman. And I did give myself a limit. Like, me personally, it don't take me personally. This is how I feel. I was not gonna be with my husband for more than 5 years without him at least like proposing to me, because I feel like a man knows if he really want to spend the rest of his life with a woman, and it should not take him 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years to figure that out. It's just like they're just lingering you on, and you spending all this time with this person for so many years of your life, and then boom, I don't know. That's just me personally. That's something that I was personally going for and personally thinking about. But I didn't tell him that. But in my head, it was just like, I'm not gonna give somebody more than 5 years of my life without figuring out if they want to spend the rest of their life with me. Like, it shouldn't take more than that. But that was just me personally or whatever. And I had a kid already before getting married, so I also was like, I'm not gonna allow any man to grow a bond with my child without me knowing that that's my husband, because that's where a lot of women get it twisted. Like, if you have a child before you get married by somebody else, don't be allowing these different people in and out of your kid's life. Like, it's okay to date around and mess around or whatever if you're not with your child's father, but don't have all those kids in and out all those random people in and out seeing your child when you don't even know if y'all gonna last, or if that's the man you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. So that's what I was very, very, very particular about. Like, Jazar would tell my daughter, like, hey, bye, like little stuff here and there, but it wasn't like a true bond until we got engaged. Like, engaged and then really married, honestly. I feel like it was really true once we got married, because we lived together. And speaking of living together, I personally, some people is like totally against like living with a person before you marry them, but honestly, I'm kind of for that, only because it's just like, what if you live with this person and you decide, what if you marry this person and you decide, like, no, I cannot spend the rest of my life living like this with this person, or I don't know, like, I feel like that you can learn a lot about a person by living with them first, but some people feel differently about it. But I feel like, yeah, living with somebody, but as far as like getting stuff in each other's name and stuff that involves credit, you shouldn't do that until you get married to a person. And even then, you really have to be careful of that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm all for somebody living with somebody but in hopes to get in hopes to get engaged or married. Like, don't be out here shacking up and living with somebody who you know don't want to marry you, or who not even trying to be in no committed relationship, or who been out here cheating on you. Like, do not go and live with no person like that. Don't even do it. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like y'all in a steady, healthy relationship, and you just want to see what it's like to live with that person first before you marry them. And not saying if you decide that you don't like the type of lifestyle they live, maybe y'all can work on fixing that and y'all can get married later. But that's just how I feel about living together. I talked about family, I talked about my age, I told you guys if I knew or not. Oh, and another question was how long was I engaged? I think I said that already. I said I was only engaged for 10 days. And then we got married. So funny. Let me go ahead and tell y'all, when you get married young and you talk to older people and you tell them that you're married, or they see that you're married, they love trying to pull that, you're so young, like you're too young to be married. It's kind of like when you have kids super young and you tell people and they be like, you're so young. And I'm just like, girl, first of all, you don't even have no man. Second of all, my life is probably more put together than yours for you to be talking about I'm so young. Like, I got my own stuff. Like, get out my face talking about how young I am. Or even when some people find out that I have a child or something, and how, like, people be trying to calculate your life and be up in your life or whatever, and trying to figure out what the hell you had going on in your life. Like, mind your business. Yes, I had a kid young, and yes, she is straight. Yes, she is well taken care of. Mind your business. Mind your business. That's the only thing that irritates me when people find out I got kids or something. And I don't mind people who don't have kids. I don't have an issue with that either. Like, the only issue with people who, when it comes to kids, like, just because you didn't have kids young, that doesn't give you the right to talk down on people who did. Like, I'm all for people, like, being proud of not having kids or whatever, but it's the ones that, like, say disrespectful things about people who do have kids young. Like, that's the issue. Like, stay in your lane, mind your business. Because you ain't even got no child and you struggling in life. So, what's your issue, sis? What is your issue? What is your issue? I'm so irritated because I can't even find my freaking oil that I use in my hair. I don't have no oil. I just have my leave-in Jamaican black castor oil conditioner or whatever, but I don't have actual oil, so I don't know how it's gonna be but I always twist my hair like this when I finish washing it, always, because I try not to put no heat on my hair. I try to let it air dry, especially if I know I'm gonna be in the house, so I know I ain't gotta go out nowhere with this hairstyle, and if I do, I'll put on my cute little scarf. So I think the last thing I wanted to say about marriage, like, that people, like, if I had to do marriage all over again, would I do it? Me and Jar ask each other this question sometimes, and both of our answers is pretty much the same. Yes, I would have still married. Yes, I would have still married Jazar, but I would have lived with him first before marrying him. Like, I would have waited a little bit longer, but it's like now that we've got over that first year and that whole living together, yes, I would marry him all over it again, like, definitely. And y'all know what I hate? I hate those, you know how posts, like, it's weird. So I'm like on both sides. I'm like one of those. So my mom always taught me, like, never depend on anybody for nothing, not even just a man. So that's like been drilled in my head, like, you can't depend on a man. But then again, yeah, in my head I'd be like, yeah, I can't depend on anybody to make anything happen for me. But then at the same time, like, my man makes shit happen. Like, that's what I'm so grateful about. Like, something that I love about him, like, he always makes stuff happen. Like, I'm never in a situation where I'm struggling and he ain't got me, or I don't know, he just makes stuff happen. He just makes sure we're straight. Like, he's super protective. He's super protective over me. I don't know, he just makes shit happen, like, regardless. Like, I don't have to stress and worry about how I make a way. So let me tell y'all a funny thing. Speaking of that, we was at the store and y'all remember that New Year's Eve makeup look I had did? I was in Walmart and this girl was like, your makeup is so pretty. And I was like, thank you, like, smiling, like, thank you so much or whatever. And I, like, went back to looking at the candles and my husband yelled, oh, we do? Yeah, she got a YouTube channel. Go subscribe, go like, share, like, go subscribe. Her name is Diamond. He said Diamond Queen Shake. He said something, but it wasn't like the correct name, but it wasn't exactly correct. And I was like, oh my God, they, I was like, what the heck? Because I don't promote myself like out and about or anything like that. If somebody compliment on something, I just say thank you. I don't be like, hey, yeah, go check out this and this. Like, I only do it on my social media. So I like, oh my God, babe. And then the girl was like, really, you have a YouTube? Like, I love YouTube. So she like go and have me type in her name, and she subscribed to my channel. So if you watching this, hey girl, thank you for watching. Comment down below. I really appreciate that. But that day was like hella funny. Like, I was like, damn, my baby really support me. He support me hard. Don't nobody else support me, that man support me. But I done got done doing my little, I can't even think of the lady off Orange is the New Black, but I done finished doing my little Orange is the New Black looking hairstyle or whatever, straight out of penitentiary. And I'm gonna put my little bonnet on and go on about my day in my house. Probably do some unpacking. I don't know. Sip a little bit or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But let me know what you guys think about me doing this Let's Talk series. And comment down below what you guys think about it. I don't know if I want to do it like every 3 weeks, every month. I don't know. It's definitely not going to be every week, because then I'll start running out of topics to talk about. But in the next Let's Talk thing, my next subject is going to be, let me see. I think my next subject is either going to talk about being a teen mom or fake friends. I don't know. Just stay tuned. I'm thinking about just doing it once a month or once every 3 weeks. But anyways, yeah, as always, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Follow me on all my social medias down below. Thank you guys for continuously watching me, if you do watch me, and I will see you guys in my next video.